you're good looking, want to see what the pleasure lady has cooking today in her kitchen? Well, grab a hold of that vine and let's swing on into my kitchen and let's get cooking. Good looking. Well, I have a lot to do because my sister-in-law is coming into town and I need to make her some Amish F.R.O.G Jam. And I figured I'd bring you all along and show you how I make it the Amish style. Now, you're going to be needing 2 bags of the dried figs. I just wanted to quick show you how finely chopped up. I like you to sit there and cut yours all up. And now, you know it, I'm using my jam and jelly maker again. So I'm just going to add what I already cut up into my jam and jelly maker. And I'm going to continue chopping up my figs. Now let's go ahead and add 2 cups of orange juice. Now I use the orange juice that has the pulp, because after all, we are making jam. Now, I'm going to let this sit for at least a half an hour. That way, the figs have time to rehydrate a little bit. That I have all the figs down inside the orange juice so they all have time to rehydrate. So I'm just gonna make sure that they're all underneath the orange juice. I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, half hour has passed. And now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to push the jam button on. And we're going to come up here and push the enter button. And I'm going to go ahead and also put the cover on. And we're just going to also, just so you know, I'm running it through a full cycle on the jam button. And while that's all going, I filled up my Fresh Tech hot water bath canner and I turned it all on, and I'm going to be sterilizing my jars and everything. So I want you to get your hot water bath canner started as well, because after this session is all done, it has to go through that cool down period, as we all know. And that'll give us enough time to go through the next few steps while it's doing its little cool off period. I'll be back at the end of the cool off period. The jam and jelly maker has just sounded off. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab my immersion blender, and we're going to sit there and blend up all the fig. So we'll be back as soon as I'm all done blending up all the fig. I just wanted to sit there and show you the difference. Right here, I just started to mash all that stuff, or the figs all up, to puree them all up. This is the pureed side, and this is the unpureed side. So I want you to continue to use your immersion blender and get it all pureed up real nice, as I'm doing right here. Now I want you to go and add 1/4 teaspoon of the ground ginger. And I want you to add 1 package of the frozen red raspberries. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open up my package here, and I'm going to add the raspberries to the jam and jelly maker. Okay, we added the raspberries. We're going to come down here, push the jam button, and push the enter button again. Basically, we're just going to let it run another course on the jam and jelly maker, mixing everything up and letting the raspberries incorporate all into the fig mixture. And I'll see you at the end of this jam session. I'm gonna have a little look-see, and it's about halfway through the jam session. Okay, I think it's time for us to now add the sugar. Now, you don't have to add it all if you do not want. This is to taste. So if you want more sugary, go ahead and put more, sugar in. If you don't want it to be so much sugar in it, leave some of the sugar out. But let's go ahead and just let that all mix in, and I'm going to keep periodically giving it a taste test to sit there and see if I put the right amount of sugar to the taste that my family likes. I want you to do the same. Okay, I'm gonna let the sugar all mix in and let it run its course through the last of the jam session. Alright, the jam and jelly maker has just sounded off, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull out my jars from my hot water bath canner, and I'm gonna fill them up, and we're gonna leave 1/4 inch head space. Alright, let's go ahead, fill up our jars, and we're gonna leave 1/4 inch head space. I have just a tad too much. Alright, let's go ahead and remove some. Let's go ahead and re-debubble. Let's wipe down the rim of our jar. Put your canning lid and canning ring on. Finger tighten your canning rings on. And then we're going to go ahead, put our frog jam into the hot water bath canner, and we're going to hot water bath can them for 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and put it into the hot water bath canner. Grab another canning jar out, and I'm going to continue to can on. I'll bring you in when I have my canner full. There they are, all down inside my electric ball canner. We're going to process these for 15 minutes. And there, that's how easy it was to make the Amish Frog Jam. Now, if you like what you saw here today, please go down below, hit that little like button, go up above, tap that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Tap that little bell. That way you always be notified every time the Pleasure Lady here puts out a new video. But most of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time and stopping by to watch my video. Y'all come back now. You hear?